What's up, medics? It's time to clock in. Today we got an interesting video by LuvHilal, how TikTok is killing American kids. I do remember when they were trying to ban TikTok, it was a bunch of senators talking about how TikTok was like creating trends where these kids with underdeveloped minds were participating in these trends that would like actually kill them. I wonder if Halal is gonna touch on these deadly trends. I don't know. I just know that when I was a teenager, I seen crazy stuff on social media and I wasn't participating in these crazy trends. But who knows, maybe the new kids nowadays are dumber than I was.
One of the many problems with TikTok is the fact that in order to go viral, you need to do extremely dangerous stunts at times. Things that may risk your life, your health, and your safety. Now on this channel, I remember I made a video about a year and a half ago discussing some of the dangerous TikTok trends of the time. At the time, going viral was the NyQuil chicken challenge, which if you're
NyQuil chicken challenge? What? I remember that. I didn't know that was a challenge. I thought that was just a one-off person pouring NyQuil on their chicken. Were people actually making like lean chicken?
aware what that is, it's literally teenagers who are cooking their chicken in NyQuil. Yes, you heard me right, in NyQuil. The FDA had to...
I wonder how that tastes though.
FDA had to issue an update warning people about the dangers of social media challenges involving medicines. The FDA called the trend unappetizing and very unsafe. Yeah, unappetizing, no kidding. I'm pretty sure I cannot show you guys a picture of the actual NyQuil chicken challenge without risking getting this video taken down. So instead I found this picture, which pretty much accurately represents exactly what it looks like. Now the main thing with the NyQuil chicken challenge, or sleepy chicken, was that when you cook the NyQuil, it releases off a steam, and with this heat it creates more of a toxic gas that is not safe to be inhaled.
I assume that if you cook NyQuil, it just evaporates and it like just the smoke goes all around the kitchen, so you're literally poisoning yourself, or you're hotboxing with NyQuil. What are we doing?
Per se. And that was the real health risk of the challenge, besides just, you know, consuming NyQuil chicken. Which, first of all, bro, some of y'all will do anything besides season the chicken. Like hit it with a little salt and pepper, a little cayenne pepper, a little lemon pepper, you know what I'm saying? Buffalo wing sauce, I don't know, but NyQuil chicken, like that ain't really clocking my tea, bro. What did Justin Bieber say?
Why are all of these challenges involving medicine? Can we do like the giving money to the homeless challenge, the environmental challenge, the help the world challenge?
I don't want to talk about this too much. Yeah, basically you can get drowsy, dizzy, hallucination, liver damage, and you could probably freaking die from inhaling these chemicals. But one thing I forgot to talk about in that other video I made was the Benadryl challenge, which if you don't know what that is, Benadryl I think is just like an allergy.
Why are all of these challenges involving like Walgreens medicines?
Medicine, right? And the freaking TikTok challenge was just kids take as much as you possibly can, and that's just the challenge.
The overdose challenge is crazy. It's pills, bro. Pop pills for 1 million likes on TikTok.
Freaking OD challenge, the end my life challenge. That's literally what it is. Like, where's the challenge? Where's the fun in it?
Although overdosing on Benadryl, if you were to overdose on Benadryl, maybe you deserve to die. Weak ass body. Okay.
Yes, bro. Viral Benadryl challenge claims the life of a 13-year-old boy. The teenage boy died after taking up to 14.
Never mind. Never. I apologize. I take back what I said. Okay, that's not. You shouldn't be ingesting pills. Okay, maybe let's not OD on Benadryl. Okay, let's learn from the mistakes of others. This is very unfortunate. I think TikTok needs more regulation when it comes to these trends.
Like, obviously, bro, you're gonna be up there meeting Kobe after that, dude. And actually, how the hell does bro even have access to Benadryl in the first place to be doing this? Okay, he got the idea of watching viral Benadryl hallucination challenge videos on TikTok. If you would have told me at 13 or 14 years old, do you want to hallucinate off of anything? I would have told you, hell no, I'm scared.
Yeah, that's what always confuses me about, like, whenever I hear these stories. I'm just like, when I was a kid, bro, you could not convince me to just down a bottle of Benadryl. I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like certain kids just don't understand the concept of dying, like permanent death. Like, it just doesn't register in their brains.
As a matter of fact, I'm still scared. After he took 12 to 14 pills, he immediately had seizures. No brain scan, there was nothing there. They said we could keep him on the vent, that he could lay there, but he will never open his eyes. He'll never breathe, smile, walk, or talk. He added. Damn, that is just incredibly sad, bro. Again, rest in peace to that kid. A very unfortunate situation. I'm gonna tell you right now, was not his fault. Was the fault of social media peer pressure and low-key, bro, unsupervised social media usage, bro. Put your kids on freaking TikTok kids. Put your kids on the STEM feed. YouTube kids. Because if you think TikTok is bad, wait till they get their hands on freaking Twitter. It gets a whole lot worse.
Bro, Yeah, like, how do you even prevent a kid from even downloading Twitter? Again, without just being over their shoulder 24/7. Because I'm not gonna lie, if I had a kid and I seen them on Twitter, my heart would drop.
Which, by the way, parents, if you're watching this video, do not let your kid on Twitter at all costs. Now, with those two challenges, those were in the past, right? They died down. But since then, there has still been a rise of challenges that are still taking people's lives. And that's what I want to talk about in today's video. Today, we're going to be talking about the new challenge of dusting. Now, let me take you down a trip through memory.
Wait, are Whippets making a comeback? Wait, was he going to say memory lane? I hope he says memory lane, because if Whippets are making a comeback, did y'all not learn the first time?
Through memory lane of last year, okay? There was a viral thing called galaxy gas, basically canisters that you can inhale nitrous oxide, which people use to get high. I think maybe hallucinate. I don't know. Actually, we can test, not test. What the hell? No, we can check. It cuts off oxygen to the brain and creates a euphoria.
Who even, like, do people who do Whippets know the science behind why they're getting high? Because if you went up to me and you were like, yo, this cuts off the oxygen that goes to your brain and you feel like a sense of euphoria, I'm like, so I'm basically literally killing myself and giving myself brain damage for a high? Huh? Like, no wonder Kanye hasn't been the same.
Euphoric high that lowers your mental and physical pain. So this shit turns you into like Bane from Batman, turns you into Bruce Banner damn near. I want you guys to pay attention to the fact that this is a whipped cream canister. I could literally go on Amazon.com, eBay.com, Etsy, and order like 100 million canisters of these faster than the freaking Flash can get a woman pregnant, bro. Yeah. All these listings, 85 bucks. That's all it costs for some strawberry flavor, raspberry, blueberry, vanilla, whipped cream. This is perfect for like Gen Z, bro. No wonder why people got addicted to this stuff. Cause you give them any strawberry flavor.
Yeah, bro. You give Gen Z people any like flavor of stuff. That's how vapes are popping right now, because like they just freaking were able to commercialize like flavored nicotine, bro. Literally waved candy in front of this generation.
Fruity flavor, anything, we sucking on that thing, bro. Pause. Now remember, like 2 seconds ago when I told you pay attention to how easily accessible it is. With the new thing called dusting, it's also extremely easily accessible. For those of you who have no idea what dusting is, let's go ahead and scroll over to our good old trusted friend, the Urban Dictionary, to define what dusting is. When an old man that can no longer produce semen ejaculates and nothing but dust puffs out of his come out in a cloud. I think grandma and grandpa were doing it last night. Yeah, I'm sure he gave her a good dusting. That is not the dusting we're talking about today. Brief intermission. If you're enjoying the video so far, please make sure you sub to the channel. We are on the road to 200,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. Also, LuvHilal, we are currently at 22,000 subscribers. I think last video I made, we were at like 10K, so we gained like 12K since then. So please make sure you go ahead on over to this channel, subscribe, check out the content. It's going to be linked in the description or linked in the comment section pinned. Thank you very much. Okay, much better. What is dusting? It's the huffing of aerosol products containing, what the hell is this word?
What even is that? Wait, before he pronounces it, hold on, I think I got this. I won my the first round in my middle school spelling bee. Difluoroethane.
Difluoroethane. Basically, it's like huff.
He probably said it the right way. I'm not gonna lie.
So I guess just inhaling cleaning products to get high. So this article is saying that it's not necessarily new. These intoxicants have been used since the early 1800s and perhaps even longer. A 14-year-old can go and buy it off the shelf. Hell, they could buy a case of it if they want to, a pallet if they want to. It's essentially a drug that has no dealer. So what this is people are basically inhaling computer duster. Yes, computer duster. You could probably go to the local Lowe's, Home Depot, wherever you want to get some goddamn computer duster. And I guess to prove that, friggin'
I wonder who's the one who found this out. Like, I imagine somebody's cleaning their PC and then they catch a high and then they're like, oh, that felt nice. Like, how do you even discover this?
$12 for a 2-can pack of compressed air duster. On top of that, when you combine it into a TikTok challenge, that's when things get kind of crazy. So crazy, in fact, that an Arizona teen like 2 or 3 weeks ago ended up dying because of this. A girl named Rena, I'm not gonna try to pronounce her last name because I know I'm gonna butcher it. She was 19 and died of sudden sniffing death syndrome. Sudden sniffing death syndrome? What is that? A 2024 Michigan study found that 4% of 8th graders reported using and inhaling in the span of 12 months. 4% of 8th graders. That was just last year. 8th graders are like 12, 13 14 years old using inhalants, dusting. 3.6
so
million
stupid.
students enrolled in 8th grade during the 24-2025 year. Yes, I'm using a calculator to do this. Yes, I'm part Asian. Yes, my math is lacking right now, okay? This is how many 8th graders were freaking huffing last year. 14.
You only get half of the stereotype when you're biracial. Hello.
8,400. Let me show you what 14,000 people look like. 14,000 people show up to celebrate
That's a lot of
420 in
people.
San Francisco. But this is what 14,000 people look like. You see this? You see this? Now imagine those were all just freaking kids. You're telling me that's not grounds to be concerned? Now with the girl Rena who tragically passed away due to the TikTok trend of dusting, to give more full detail on the situation, we're gonna check out a video explaining what really took place.
Teen's death after dusting challenge sparks.
Is that her?
Rena
Okay.
O'Rourke, a 19-year-old from Arizona, died after attempting.
I'm thinking this was an 8th grader. You mean to tell me a 19-year-old died from doing this? Like rest in peace, but she's too old to be doing that. Like, you're 19 sniffing like getting glue stick high? Are you kidding me?
A dangerous social media trend known as the dusting challenge.
The fact that this person just looked like a normal person really just shows that this could happen to anybody. Could happen to me, could happen to you, your friend, your sister.
I wouldn't say anybody. Like, it could happen to, yeah, it could happen to anybody. But I just, and no disrespect to this woman here, but like, I just feel like
Niece, your nephew, anybody who's just doing things on social media, falling victim to peer pressure from just wanting to go viral and not thinking twice and ended up accidentally, you know, taking their own life tragically.
This
That's
deadly
so-
activity
that's so
involves
trash.
inhaling compressed air from products like keyboard cleaners to feel a temporary
Damn.
high. Soon after participating, Rena suffered sudden cardiac arrest and was rushed to the hospital.
Okay.
Doctors later declared her
Dude.
brain dead due to the lack of oxygen caused by the chemical.
dude.
And if you didn't already understand how toxic these chemicals can be, she immediately was rushed to the hospital and they still couldn't do nothing, and she was immediately brain dead because of it. These are not something to play with. These are no joke.
Death shocked her parents, who had never heard of dusting before. They discovered that the inhalant was ordered online and used without their knowledge.
Oh my
Medical
God.
experts explain that the gases can displace oxygen in the bloodstream, leading to serious organ damage or death for many teens. The appeal lies in the fact that it's cheap,
I think I'm blocking
doesn't
this
smell,
camera, by the
and
way.
can't be detected in
Let me just
drug
move this.
tests,
Right.
making it even more dangerous. After Rena died, her family made the brave decision to donate her organs, which went on to save 6 lives. Rena's story is a heartbreaking
Oh, cool.
reminder that
Well, not
one
cool, but-
mistake can lead to
Yeah.
I keep saying the wrong words.
Her
but,
parents
like,
using
that
her
was,
story.
that was nice. It's nice that her parents are able to like use her story. Not nice. It's a sign of strength. There we go. It's a sign of strength that her parents were able to use her story and like able to donate her organs to help like other people. But it's just an unfortunate situation where, but it's just dang, like it was 19, girl. Like I don't know.
To spread awareness is one of the best things they can do, you know, the most honorable way for her to be remembered, because unfortunately due to things like this, people will often just be remembered as that one person who died from doing a silly, stupid trend on the internet. Obviously every good person deserves more of a legacy, so hopefully she can be used to inspire other people to not do things like this, or her parents can use her name to spread awareness against dusting, huffing, whatever you want to call it. And yes, this is a serious issue because, as we stated before, freaking 4% of 8th graders are doing 8th graders, mind you. That's not even
crazy.
considering teenagers who are like 15, 16, 17, 18. If that many 8th graders are doing it, I promise you 16, 17-year-olds, probably double that, are doing this. On top of the fact that TikTok trends are just based on going viral.
And that's just the amount of kids who were being honest and reporting that they actually did do it. So that number could be way higher.
But going viral is just about doing stupid things. The more stupid thing you do, the more freaking viral you go. If I take a banana and start freaking chewing on it down, up and down, making monkey noises, I'm gonna go viral because, oh, freaking black person is doing that. Dumb, stupid, idiotic things make you go viral, okay? That's like the recipe for success when it comes to TikTok, but it's not worth it, especially when you're risking your health, your safety, and things of that nature. Now, the last trend I want to talk about before we get out of here is the blackout challenge, which I recently learned about, but essentially, it's just
that's the challenge that I seen that the congressmen were using whenever they were freaking trying to get TikTok out of here. Which I think people, you have one person on a wall and the other person is pushing like your rib cage, I think, until you pass out, and that's a challenge. Huh? That's the only thing I can say to a lot of these challenges. Huh?
Yourself until you damn near die. So the blackout challenge is also known as the choking game or the passed out challenge. So it involves intentionally restricting oxygen flow to the brain to induce a brief euphoric state.
Why are all of these challenges like, yo, this leads to brain damage. Are there any challenges that don't lead to brain damage?
That occurs when a person faints or nearly loses consciousness. More or less, people are going like this, choking themselves out or choking somebody else out until they're almost dead, and then they're like, no, stop. I feel good. There's other sensations you can feel that feel great, bro. You ever experienced runner's high? That feeling is second to none. It feels great.
Yeah.
You ever ate some goddamn soul food, some cornbread, some fried chicken? The feeling after that, sensational. You want to feel good? Have a freaking pregnancy scare or something that goes positively. Don't do that one, okay? And I guess the challenge is competition or dare to see who can resist passing out the longest under a chokehold. Wow, so sick. This challenge can cause brain damage in less than 5 minutes. And I think I see somewhere that like around up to 20 people died during this challenge. There was a group of parents who actually ended up suing TikTok because TikTok was pushing this on their algorithms. But in my opinion, if I'm the judge, I'm gonna be looking at these parents like, dude,
yeah.
So your kid is on social media unsupervised and you're suing TikTok? Dude, put your kid on STEM feeds. TikTok teens, if that exists. Actually, I don't even think that's real. You know what? On the parent side of things, I wouldn't be surprised if the TikTok algorithm was intentionally pushing things.
I feel like with this, like the tortilla challenge, right? I feel like most challenges should be like this because this is, yeah, it's violent, but it's harmless at the end of the day because you're just slapping a tortilla on somebody instead of choking somebody out and stopping the oxygen from going to their brain.
Pushing things for teenagers to see, knowing full well that they might do it and it's dangerous. But to be fair though, the TikTok algorithm is heavily based on interaction, so people like the post, people comment on the post, people share the post, it's gonna do well, it's gonna go widespread to people of that demographic, which, you know, any good social media platform is gonna do that. That's why TikTok is so great, because their algorithm is so great. Which leads me kind of into my next point, which is, I know it's tough, okay? We love to see crazy things on social media, okay? That's like the whole essence of social media. But I feel like there needs to be a shift in society, interacting with content that is very, very harmful and very, very negative. Because if we keep doing that, that's gonna incentivize more people to try to do things that goes viral. That's why we see things like Blackout Challenge. That's why we see NyQuil Chicken Challenges. That's why we see Benadryl Challenge. And more recently, even a couple weeks ago, that's why we see things like the Dusting Challenge.
It's just so hard to get society to actually want to do that because you're asking people not to react, you know, the way that we do to crazy things. I think the reason why we see so many like abhorrent things on social media is because it's just natural for humans to see something crazy and like just want to but just like not help themselves but to interact with it. But these challenges are just like I don't understand how anybody wants to do these challenges. It's crazy.
We gotta stop interacting with things like this. It incentivizes more young, impressionable minds to do things like this and participate in these crazy trends. But yeah, I just wanted to come out here and talk about some of these trends, mainly the dusting trend, just because it was so recent and because I learned that so many people are doing this. As I said before, 4% of 8th graders is absolutely outrageous, asinine, insane, and downright disturbing. And
yeah, and those kids need to lock in. Thank you guys for watching this reaction. Shout out Halal. That was a really informative video. Yeah, peace. I don't have an outro yet.